What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? I really was. What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? Was not expecting to be breaking this tonight, to be honest with you guys. Like, I posted it early, which I know is not always the smartest thing to do. People are at work. You know, people aren't next to their phone, whatever. For whatever reason, I get it. But fair's in town this week. We wanted to take the kids. Today was our best day. Like, usually I work on Tuesdays. It used to be Wednesdays, but now it's Tuesdays. But what's up, Eric? Nice. You're on fire with the Rokies, man. But today is the only day my mom gets off early from work. So she was able to watch the baby for us, so we could just take the girls and just focus on them and having a good time with them. What's up, Michelle? So we picked them up from school and went straight to the fair. Well, we came home and then went straight to the fair. Fair started at 4. So, oof, yeah, that's tough, man. Nat's gotta get something going. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Welcome to the room. I hope you enjoyed the break. Oh, man, he's been so hard to hit, Sean. Joe, are you a Phillies fan, a Bowman fan? You know, what's your flavor? What's your taste? What do you like to break? I think Lee Tony added you to the room. Oh, snack pack. I hope we hit one of those. Let's do our rundown. We got Dominic with Arizona. Shout out to Dominic coming in at the end, just taking our last 5 or 6 teams. Steve Lang, Atlanta. Lee Tony, Baltimore. Sean Klink, Boston. Darren, Chicago Cubs. Sean Klink, White Sox. John Morine, Cincinnati. Cody, Cleveland. Dominic, Colorado. Daniel Cool, Detroit. Dominic, Houston and Kansas City. Angels to Darren. Dodgers to Sean Klink. David Reichs, Miami. Dominic, Milwaukee and Minnesota. Excuse me. Chris Collins, Mets. Lee Tony, Yankees. Sean Klink, Oakland. Joe Martin, Philly. Sean Klink, Pitt. Darren Smith, San Diego. Dominic, San Francisco. Mike Formick, Seattle. Chris Collins, St. Louis. Lee Tony, Tampa. Eric Street, Texas. John Morine, Toronto. And Eric Mealand, Washington. Minnesota. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I hope you enjoy it, man. We can add you to the tag list. Hopefully we can get you in some other stuff. But yeah, so the kids, we wanted to take them. Tuesday is like, it's Tuesday. You know, a lot of people, they have work. They can't really go on a Tuesday, so we always like to go on in the middle of the week. Hopefully it's slower, which it was very slow tonight. And again, that's the only night my mom gets off work early, so we were able to leave and get there right at 4, which is when the gates opened, instead of, you know, typically she gets off at 5:30, so if she was going to watch the baby, we wouldn't be able to go till 5:30. We'd get there at like 6. Doesn't leave as much time. Plus, or the other option would have been to bring the baby, which would have been challenging in itself. So we had a great time. Kids had fun. We had fun. I ate way too much junk that my doctor's not going to be pleased that I ate, but it is what it is. All right, let's get started here. Get the 2 base off the back. We got a nice Nate George, a red Spencer Schwellenbach, Bobby Witt. Our insert is Connor Griffin, and our parallels, we're going to start off with a Willie Adames to 250. That's going to San Francisco. Dominic. Veterans is not specifically what we're looking for. All right, we got a green Michael Corrett to 99. That's going to Lee Tony. Oh, which reminds me, I know, let me make a note. Lee, you asked me for picks, so I'll make sure I get those picks sent over to you. All right, next up, we got another veteran, Freddie Freeman, $4.99. That is Sean. Yes, Michelle, it will. It surely will. I think they have some in the Topps Chrome Disney that's out now also has some, and I'll be breaking some of those soon. All right, perfect. Rynel Rodriguez. right off the bat. That is going to Chris. That is who he's after. That is the big St. Louis chase. First auto. Can't beat that. Rynel Rodriguez. There you go. That'll be a nice start. All right, we got Sparkle. Oh, another big one. Kevin Alvarez. That is to 299. Houston. I don't remember who got Dominic. That was one of the closing teams. That's a big auto right there. Kevin Alvarez. Very nice. That's a good start. And Libert Aponte, Gold Shimmer. Cincinnati is John Morai. Not going to complain about a gold either, so that's a pretty solid box right there. Yeah, that's a... I mean, honestly, if we could rearrange it and make the gold one of the other two, that would be good, but, I mean, yeah, no complaints there. No complaints there. Oh, that's a case hit if I am not mistaken. Ellie De La Cruz. What is this? Bowman Ascensions. That is a case hit. John Morine again. Right on top with an Ellie De La Cruz. Bowman Ascensions. Cincinnati's off to a start. We got the Ohtani there, and our two base. We got Roman Anthony and a red Sean Burke. All right, we got... Oh, that's a gold auto as well. Usually, that means there's an extra auto. So we're going to go from the top. All right, we got a Ronnie Cruz. Chicago Cubbies. That is Darren Smith. Oh, a Bowman Ascensions auto? That's nice. All right, we got a blue Jacob Christian, blue Ray Wave, 150. That's going to Dominic. Jacob Christian, 150. All right, we got a... Have not hit this guy yet. Not familiar with him. Nathaniel Uton. Boston is Sean. Nathaniel Uton. I am not familiar with him. I don't know that we've hit him at all. Nathaniel Uton. $20-year-old. Risky. Okay. All right. All right, should be the colors now. We got a Charlie Condon. That's a pink, $2.99. Colorado is Dominic. We got another purple, Santiago Leone, $2.50. That is Dominic. We got a J.J. Weatherholt, $4.99. That is for Mr. Collins. And another gold shimmer, Gabriel DeVallo. The Angels going to Darren Smith. Man, Darren Smith off to a great start. Both the gold autos... I'm sorry, not both the gold autos, but the gold... Wait. Never mind. Forget what I said. I'm getting Darren mixed up. But Darren, still, that's a great hit. I was getting you mixed up. I was thinking you had Cincinnati because I know you're from that. You're a Cincy guy, but I was thinking you had both the golds, but you don't. You only had one. The other ones were for John. But still, great. We'll take a gold auto. We still need better than gold, though. Orange or red or something. All right, let's get the one base off the bottom. That means another extra auto. Nope. Chase Dollander, Mike Trout. We got a Walker Jenkins Adios. All right, colors from the bottom. Oh, extra. This is because these are supposed to be all Geometric. This is a blue reptilian, Bryce Boetcher. That's going to Houston, which is Dominic. Nice. Cam Smith. Aqua Geometric, 125. It's another one for Dominic and Houston. And Jackson Churio, 499. Going to Milwaukee. Oh, is this another? Yeah, another geometric. Arjun Nimala, 499. Going to John Morine. Houston is off to a great start. Base auto here. Nestor Miranda. That is Daniel Cool. Nestor Miranda. I'm not familiar with him. I know he's not the big chase for Detroit. Oh, he's not. He's a risky. He's got some upside, but he's very risky based on the website I use. All right, let's go from the top. It's a base. Christian Arguelles. That is Colorado, which is Dominic again. Dominic's having a good break so far. And our refractor auto, Asbel Gonzalez. That is Kansas City, which I believe is also Dominic. Sure is, man. Those teams that nobody wanted at the end. That's a nice one, Asbel Gonzalez. All right, 3 down, 3 to go. Hold on. After this case, all I have is one more case of hobby and a couple of boxes. That is it. So if you want your Bowman Chrome fill, you are running out of time. We got a Calcano, Red Ballesteros, Yandy Diaz. There's a Roki. We got a Harrison Castillo from Minnesota to $4.99. We got a Raymer Medina, blue 150. That's Lee Tony going to Tampa. One more color, and it is Tyon Serrano, purple to $250 for Minnesota. Auto time, looks like a refractor on the bottom. Trevor Harrison, Tampa Bay, $4.99. That's going to Lee Tony. Tampa Bay's been a pretty popular pick. Trevor Harrison. All right, base auto. Oh, well, we'll do the color auto first because it's stuck. Marco Dinges. That is Milwaukee, 150. Also going to Dominic. Man, those teams at the end that nobody wanted are the teams that are killing it. And our base auto is Ramsell Medina. Another one for Kansas City. Kansas City's been multiple autos. Is he Kansas City's big chase? Or chase? Yes, he is. This is Kansas City's #1 chase. Ramsell Medina. All right, guys. 2 to go. We started off hot, but haven't continued there too much, so we need to pick it up. My game plan for the rest of the week is Leaf Trinity tomorrow, 1 case of Leaf Trinity, and then this weekend we will look to close out Bowman Chrome with my last case, my hobby case. We're going to open the last 2 boxes right here. Oh, we got a red. That's good. It's not in the auto spot, but we do have a red and an orange. So let's get the base out of the way. Johan De Los Santos, a red Christian Campbell, and Noah Cameron. Over here, oh, that might be an auto. No, it's not an auto. We got a red Roki and a Chandler Simpson. Let's go from the top. All right, we'll go from the top. I know these are the autos, but we're going to save the red. Oh, nice one for Atlanta. Atlanta's been doing very well as well. Diego Torns. Sean, man, we do need something for you, dude. That is Steve Lang. I don't think I've said your name at all, Sean. Diego Torns. We need it for you right now. Another nice one. There we go. That'll get you started, Sean. Harold Rivas. That's a nice one for Boston. Going to Sean. Alright. We got a green. Let's try to save the auto. Alright. We got a pink Kendry Martinez. Seattle is Mike Formick. That is to $2.99. All right, we got a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Purple to $2.50. That is for John Moran. All right, then we got to $4.99. Henry Torres for Cincinnati, also going to John Moran. All right, we have a green auto and the red non-auto. So coming over here now. We got an Elvin Garcia. Baltimore is Mr. Lee Tony. Then we got Manny Cedeno. That is also going to Lee Tony. Purple should be an auto. All right, there's a nice one for the Cubs. Wilfrey De La Cruz, Aqua. That is going to Darren Smith. All right, then we got a Kumar Rocker to $4.99. Texas, going to Eric Street. All right, so this one we have a purple, which is in the auto spot, a gold, and an orange, which are not in the auto spot. So here's the gold. Oh, let's go. Gold James Wood to 50. Eric Meeland. Let's go. That's a nice one. James Wood, gold to 50. Ooh, that's an orange auto. Extra auto. All right, let's do the purple. Alirio Farubis. That is Philadelphia. Going to Joe Martin. First break here. Get you a nice purple auto for the Phillies. Alirio Farubis. All right, so we got an orange, which is an auto. All right, we got a green auto. It's a rookie. Chase Dollander, green to 99. That's going to Dominic Cordone. What's up, Eric? There he is. All right, we got two cards left. A red and an orange. The red does not appear to be an auto, but it is a first. Santiago Leone, red wave to 5. Oof. I say oof because I know someone that's going to be kicking themselves for this one, but that is going to be a nice hit for Dominic. Santiago Leone, Minnesota, 1 of 5. Very nice hit there. On a nice prospect, too. All right, and we have an orange to end it off. We need a big one. It is a first. And it's going to be Iverson Lopez for Cleveland. Going to Cody Kovac. Iverson Lopez, orange wave. Cody called it. He said Cleveland was cold and they were due. And there it is. Iverson Lopez. Alrighty, guys. That is going to do it. That wound up being a pretty solid case. What is it? 4 gold? Well, 3 gold or better autos. Man. Alright, let's recap to $4.99. We got Kumar. We got Henry Torres. Harrison Castillo. Arjun Namala, Jackson Churio, JJ, and Freddie Freeman. Pink to 299, we got Charlie Condon and Kendry Martinez. Purple to 250, we got Vlad, Tyon Serrano, Santiago Leon, and Willie Adames. Aqua to 125, Wilfrey De La Cruz. Blue to 150, Raymer Medina. And then this is a blue reptilian, Bryce Boetcher. Sorry, Mike, I knew that was going to happen, man. Like, I knew you were going to... You were the one that was going to... Because you had Minnesota and you switched it. Michael Corrit, green to 99. Sorry, Sean. Yeah, that was a rough break for you, Sean. We've gotten you some good hits, but that tonight was not the night. We got a Manny Cedeno, base autos. Manny Cedeno, Elvin Garcia, Christian Argulas, Nestor Miranda, Nathaniel Uton, and Ronnie Cruz. That very much is, Mike. Colored autos, we got Dollander to 99, Farubist to 250, Dinges to 150, Harrison 499, Gonzalez 499, and Jacob Christensen 150. All right, let's recap our board. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the non-auto of Cam Smith, Aqua to 125. Yes, sir, Mike, I appreciate you. We're going to get rid of the Ransel Medina auto, the Diego Torrens auto, the Harold Rivas auto, just getting the base autos out of the way. We got the Liberts Aponte. Actually, this is Cincinnati's biggest chase in here, so that's a bigger auto than I thought. Maybe we should hold on to that one. Where does Davavilio rank in the Angels? He was their number one prospect, too. We're still going to go ahead and get rid of him. Liberts Aponte. We're going to get rid of the Rodriguez because it is a base. Raynel Rodriguez. Then we're going to get rid of the non-auto Santiago Leon, 1 of 5. Get rid of the Bowman Ascensions, Ellie De La Cruz. Gabriel DeValillo, Gold Shimmer Auto to 50. Hyverson Lopez, Orange Wave Auto to 25. James Wood, Gold to 50. And Kevin Alvarez, Sparkle to 299. All right, guys, that is going to do it. A couple of the bigger teams, Oakland and Dodgers, did not hit, unfortunately, but solid case nonetheless. And we will be on to the next one. Again, Leaf Trendy tomorrow. Going to give you Bowman people a break. And we will finish off with my last Bowman case this weekend. All right, guys, that is it. I appreciate you on, a surprising Phil. Was not expecting to come home from the fair to break this, but you guys did it, and I appreciate you. See you later, guys. Have a good night.